Cuireann Fáilte, good Eashley and Atlantic Ian. Welcome to the Wild Atlantic Way and Danny Houlihan's Irish Experience Show. I hope you're all keeping well and safe, my friends, and welcome to my channel. In this episode, I travel out into North Kerry to another special place, Lislochton Abbey or Friary. Built by John O'Connor Kerry, chieftain of his clan of the O'Connor Kerry clan, North Kerry, Ireland. So stick with me for the next while as we travel back and experience the rich culture and heritage that is Ballylongford and Lislochton Abbey or Friary as it's known as. Ballylongford today is a beautiful village in North Kerry, Ireland, and is a vibrant one with its sports, schools and its rich culture and heritage that is Ballylongford. On the outskirts of the village is the famous ruin of Carrigafoyle Castle, seat of the famous O'Connor Kerry clan whose ancestors ruled the ancient kingdom of Keir for thousands of years. I will travel back to Carrigafoyle in another episode, but for the moment I'm travelling out into the distance to the Abbey and Friary of Lislochton Abbey, a special place on the coastline of North Kerry and on the route of the famous Wild Atlantic Way. In the distance is the impressive ruins of Lislochton Abbey or Friary. This today is under the control of the Office of Public Works and is a listed structure. Access to Lislochton Abbey is by means of a public car park, which is just in front of the ruins of Lislochton. I am struck by its unique position on the grassy landscape, though today you can see it from the road either by car or by bike. In ancient times, this area was covered with a dense wood, so that the only part of the abbey that could be seen, possibly, would have been the high bell tower that once echoed its famous bell to summon the order to celebrate Mass. This bell tower, sadly, is no longer there. The abbey was constructed on a much older settlement site, and its mission, which possibly was Old Culdees. The old church ruins on the site faded out many years later, until the arrival of the O'Connor Kerry clan in 1478, when the Friary and Abbey was built under the orders of the clan chieftain of the day, John O'Connor Kerry of Carrigafoyle. In fact, John O'Connor and his family are buried here within the confines of the Friary. It is said that John O'Connor Kerry, chieftain of his clan, is buried here, right at the high altar. The old site, according to historians, was attributed to St. Lachlan of Belcabra, County Cork, an old settlement which was venerated by all people in the North Kerry area. The importance of the abbey is recorded in the history of Kerry in the 16th century as a centre of religious life. The Franciscans were in Lislochton in 1507. When the act of dissolution of the abbeys under King Henry of England took place in the year 1540, it heralded the end of the old order and the days of quiet meditation in Lislochton. However, a number of monks remained on with fatal results. Daniel Handrahan, Philip O'Shea and Maurice Scandon were at prayer in the Friary when in the year 1540 Elizabethan forces struck from the woods and clubbed to death the friars before the great high altar. The Abbey of Lislochton was later abandoned. However, in the year of 1629, the monks and friars returned to pray once more at this special holy place. Later on in its history, the Friary came under attack once more when the famous castle of Carrigafoyle was under siege. One old story, which was related to me many years ago, when the abbey was surrounded by a dense belt of trees, which was a picture in itself. They're now cut down now. The castle of Carrigafoyle was attacked and under siege. A regiment of English soldiers on horseback approached the abbey to burn it, but stopped on seeing its beauty. However, the monks in the abbey rejoiced too quick by ringing the large bell, which was heard over the landscape. The soldiers took this as an act of defiance and returned, putting the holy men to the sword and burned the abbey to the ground. Today, the ruins of the Gothic-style abbey are impressive, with its architectural mouldings, surrounding its beautiful structure. Windows of cut stone made by the hands of those bygone masons can be seen, a part of our history, a part of our culture. As I walked around the decaying ruin of the famous Lislochton Abbey, I could get a sense of our ancestors and an appreciation of our rich, diverse culture, which is North Kerry, on the famous route of the Wild Atlantic Way. Within the ruins of Lislochton Abbey, there are now security fences up. It badly needs to be restored before this priceless relic will be lost forever. A part of our history and culture of North Kerry, the bygone hands of those ancient craftsmen, now long gone. The peacefulness of the place I experienced. Today, the ruins of Lislochton Abbey or Friary are surrounded by a graveyard, which contain many graves of the O'Connor Kerry clan and the locality of Ballylongford, North Kerry. This is truly a special place. It's a place to experience, soak up the atmosphere, and look around. This is our culture of our country. Ruins like Lislochton should be preserved and maintained properly into the future before it's all lost, gone with time and tide. If you are travelling along the Wild Atlantic Way route from Tarbert, follow the coast road. This stop at Lislochton Abbey is a must. There's a car park in front of it, and there are plenty of places in Ballylongford to stop and have a cup of tea, a beverage. This area is well worth a visit on the Wild Atlantic Way route. I leave Lislochton again with a strong sense of our past and our culture, which indeed is our future, our diverse history and culture, which is our famous North Kerry Island. If you would like to hear my podcasts, they're up on all platforms, such as Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, Podbean, and many, many more. So for the moment, I thank you for watching. Please click on the like and subscribe button to see more of my episodes. But for the moment, slán. Bye. I hope you've enjoyed our visit out along the Wild Atlantic Way to Lislochton in Ballylongford, North Kerry. I know I have. It was a special visit. Walking around those ancient ruins, one can just appreciate what our ancestors did and the tapestry and the culture that is our famous North Kerry. Lislochton in Ballylongford is well worth a visit on the Wild Atlantic Way route. So when you're travelling from Tarbert along the coastline, stop off. There's a car park in front of it and take a visit, and you will enjoy it. Mark my words, you'll enjoy it. Now, before I leave, I'd like to thank everybody who has subscribed to my site lately. It means an awful lot, and you'll see more videos as I put them up. Also, as promised, I'm going to give a shout out to a special lady out there in the United States of America. That's Maureen McCarthy, a direct descendant of Carty the Piper, who lived from 1799 to 1904. Maureen put up a beautiful comment there lately on my Danny Houlihan Facebook page, so you can also follow that as well. But she was delighted with the video we put up on Carty the Piper. As I said, it was an old one, but it's a start. So I have to say goodbye for now, guys. Slán, and I'll see you next time.